Today, we're diving into the bustling heart of public transportation in the incredible world of City Skylines 2. Buckle up because we're taking the driver's seat and orchestrating a symphony of city transit. We're talking about buses that connect communities, trams that trace their way through our urban landscape, and taxis that dash around catering to the fast paced lives of our citizens. Join us as I map out the most efficient bus routes, design tram networks that are not just practical but picturesque, and position taxi stands to ensure that no corner of our city is ever just a stone's throw away. Imagine public transport so seamless that traffic jams are just a thing of the past, and every journey is as smooth as the road your buses cruise on, the tracks your tram glides over, and the routes your taxis roam. If you're ready to revolutionize the way your city moves, hit the like button, subscribe for more City Skylines 2 magic, and ring that notification bell to join me on this incredible journey of transport transformation. Let's transform our virtual city into a beacon of efficient and enjoyable transit right here on Tactical Respawn. Hey everybody, hope you're having a fantastic day. I'm excited to get started on transportation. It's been something I've been looking forward to for a bit now. A few episodes ago, we did some minor infrastructure work for this first section of our city, but as we know, it didn't really end up working or even looking all that too well. So we're gonna fix that today. And it's going to be a big project, but it's something that I'm excited for. We might do some other stuff in between if we have time. Per usual, only record about an hour, so once we get to that hour, we'll call it quits, and then next time we'll continue. So I guess we just kind of get started and see where we end up. So I guess a good place to start is probably just by removing everything we have currently. I'm going to pause the game here so we don't lose a bunch of everything. I'm going to start probably just with taxis because of how easy they are to do. And I'm going to go for simple here. I don't want to go too complicated or do something that I'm going to regret down the road just because I overcomplicated or something. So we're not going to overcomplicate it. We'll go and we're going to place our bus station here. And this will serve as like a central hub for this. And I think it's perfect. Probably not perfect, but it's what I'm going to call perfect. Is there anything else we can unlock for transportation that I don't have yet? Air, international airport, space center. Yeah, we don't need any of this yet. Probably subways in the future. For now, no. I'll stick to trams. But I definitely want to get into subways and stuff like that in the future. Get some of the more advanced, intuitive things. For now, it's just we'll stick to the basic for what we know. We're gonna do with a 2-lane straightaway. This way, traffic kind of keeps flowing here. We don't got to deal with the giant mess of traffic later down the road, hopefully. And it'll just, you pull in, you pull to the right, and you out, and you're gone. I'm hoping prevents any traffic issues from forming, just because of how simple the entrance and exit of this area will be. But City Skylines and the AI isn't always the best, so I guess we'll find out as we go. So I guess next to do, we got to figure out where our buses and taxis will come from. I guess in trams too, when we get to trams. They're with the tram depot. So I'm going to leave. We'll put a taxi stand here. Can I put a taxi stand here? Can I upgrade this for a taxi stand? If you upgrade this, what does it give you? Taxi stop. There we go. That's what I want. Where does that actually place it though? Let's see. Boom. Boom. Oh, right here in front. It's a taxi stand. There we go. Now I'm going to manually place it. And we got an actual bus place. We're 100% going to charge a parking fee. We're going to max it out because we're all about making money. And if we're not making money, then I'm not happy. So we're going to make as much money as we can off of everything we do. Even if it's not really like a feasible thing to do, we're going to do it anyway. We'll place a medium parking lot here. Same thing with parking fee. We'll just max that out. Only because I just don't want a bunch of cars parked in the streets, and if there is, we'll just add trees, and we'll probably add trees anyway, just to make it look a little bit nicer. We'll do that now. Yeah, I keep talking myself into doing things. I'm like, you know what? We'll keep it nice and basic. We're not gonna go too complicated. And then I start grabbing tools, and I'm like, yeah, okay. So much for basic. We're gonna make this look as nice as possible, without going too crazy. Like I said before, I'm not really much of a city painter. I like things to make money. So if we're making money and everybody's happy, I feel like I'm in a good place. There's a lot of abandoned buildings up there. We'll have to figure out. Oh, what's going on over here? Ah, I forgot some tracks here. I'm gonna go into our tram tool and see if we can just remove that super easily. Yeah? No? Why isn't this going away now? It was going away before. Now it's not going away, and I don't understand why. Do I have to drag? Okay, what if we add that and then remove? No. Can we remove that now? No. Something about these like roads here is like just not letting me remove them. Some of them go away. See, some of them are disappearing. But when I get to other parts of it, like doesn't want to disappear. Like here, doesn't want to disappear. And I don't understand why. If you know why, let me know at the bottom in the comments. I'm sure I'm doing something wrong like usual, or it's just a bug. Just a strong possibility with City Skylines 2. There's a lot of bugs in this game, unfortunately. And hopefully it's something we can just work past and not have to deal with too much. But if we do, then we'll deal with it. This looks so weird. We'll see if we can make that look a little better in the future. This looks real. This doesn't look safe at all. I wouldn't drive on that myself. Right, before I get distracted, let's actually finish what I was doing here. We're gonna remove that road. We're gonna remove this road. And I think that's it. Why is that marked for construction? Some of the zoning disappeared. I see. Kind of weird, but it is what it is. There's some houses there. Why not? Actually, I want to save all the housing demand. We'll place a couple offices, maybe? No, offices we won't place. We'll look at our education. Because if we don't have enough educated workers, they can't work in the office. And someone was saying in the comments that it'll take away from workers that need to be here. And that's the last thing I want to do. Gladly, we have enough workers to work here, so we don't have to worry about it. But I still want to just keep an eye on it as we go. Also, while we're here, good thing that came to mind, upgrading this will only produce more electricity, which will... Is this the extra connection? Yeah, we don't need that. Extra flow, which will only make us more money because we'll be selling more electricity. So there's no reason to not upgrade this. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade that. That's upgraded now. I need to pause this again. What's going on? How am I supposed to chirp without electricity? We're having electricity problems? We'll have to check. Let me just finish these roads. I keep distracting myself. Let me finish these roads and we'll fix whatever issues we have here. And then we'll move on to the next issue. It's usually how that goes. So we have missing a road here. That's what we're missing a road now. We'll go from there to there. Make sure that's connected. We'll go into our zoning. This is bad zone. What is this? That's a school. What, people don't want to live by a school? Is that what that means? I'm not even sure. And I think we're good. Those connections. Hopefully. If not, then we'll make do. I want to go into our info views and see what's wrong with electricity. Is there actually something wrong, or am I think we're good. So, consumption. No, I think we're having electricity issues. Electricity issues. I think we're good for now. Probably not forever, but we're good for now. So we'll continue back to with what we were doing. We'll come back to our bus station, and we need to make this a little bit prettier because right now it looks kind of boring, right? So yeah, definitely not a campfire site. I'm definitely not going to put any sporting things here. Wouldn't really make sense outside of a bus station, in my opinion. Maybe it does in your city. In my city, it doesn't make sense. You know, now I kind of wish I had room for this small plaza. Then that parking lot wouldn't be centered, but then I can't squeeze in this small park because of... Well, that may work. Okay, we'll do 2 small parks like that, right? Super, I know, super exciting. But it's what I want to do. So what we're gonna do. So what if can we snap to and snap to here? We'll go all the way around with the path. We'll connect in the middle. Maybe. 90-degree angles. There we go. We're connected. And what did that actually do? Did that turn it onto concrete here? Oh, connected. Okay. So it kind of added more to the parking lot because of the path going through, which I don't really like, in my opinion. But if that's how the asset works, then that's how the asset works, I guess. And we're going to paint this area with some lovely trees. So we paint everything else. And we're going to use our pine trees because I like how those pine trees look. So that's what we're going to use. We're going to go into our paintbrush and we're going to just... Yep. Super exciting stuff, I know. What if we make this a bit smaller and make the brush a bit stronger? There we go. Squeeze in a bunch of stuff. We'll get some bushes. We'll get some flower bushes in here. Look at that. Some hickory stuff, whatever that means. I'm sure it's a plant. And I think it'll look nice once all those trees grow. For now, it's going to look kind of jank, but in the future, it'll look nice. At least that's the hope. So we have this nice little area, which is awesome to see. We got our bus station. We got our parks. But now we got to find a place for our buses and trams to actually come out. And I don't want to do it in the same area because I feel like it'll just cause more traffic. Or maybe it won't, and I'm just overthinking it. So what I'm going to do is we're actually going to leave it in the same area, but it's not going to be in the same like block. It's going to be kind of at its own over here. And we're going to do our best, very, very best, to keep this off of the water here, because every time I place something near the water, it tends to flood my entire city, and it's something I don't want. So we're not going to let it flood our whole city. We'll place buses here and we'll place taxis here. We're not going to place... I feel like we had a taxi depot. Am I just thinking incorrectly or something? I feel like we had a taxi depot. That's a little taxi stand. Taxi. So how do we have taxis if we don't have a taxi thing? Are taxis from other cities coming in just because? Is that how that works? I don't know. Anyways, we'll just, for now, we'll get a dispatch center. Electric taxis on 1/4 of the fleet is taxis electric. No, it's not really worth it to me. Garage space for taxis. 5 more taxis for $12,000 a month. Why not? Probably should have thought about... you can place multiple of these, huh? Can you actually remove parts of that now? You can't. I hate that. But we're gonna do it anyway. I wish you could just bulldoze part of the building and not the whole thing, so I can like remove that part of that, like the update there, the garage. I feel like it would make more sense than having to delete the whole building, but maybe that's just me. I don't know. Unless there is a way, and I again, I just don't know how to do it. What's this extra garage? Oh, we didn't leave room for this at all. We'll have to make room for. We'll have room there when we destroy that building in the future. That's okay. I'm not worried about it. I have a lot of abandoned buildings, and I know why. We're over zoning a lot of these things so that people aren't moving into it. Well, why is this abandoned? I have no idea why this is abandoned. It's just there's a lot of empty homes and people aren't moving in yet, so I assume it's an overzoning issue. I assume. Could be wrong, but that's my best guess. So now we can go back into here, and we're gonna grab our stop signs. We'll do the bus shelters because they look nicer. Now we're gonna... I think it'd be easier to do our trams before we do our buses. So we'll do that first, okay? I know we're all over the place, but I promise it'll at least somewhat look decent. Wow, this is massive. Holy crap. This is a lot of industrial. We'll probably have to keep this just over here on its own just because of... was not expecting this to be as big as it is. But it's huge, so I guess it kind of makes sense in its own way. We'll take this all the way around and we'll bring it to the main road. I don't know if keeping the trams on the main road is going to be the best idea, but it's what I want to do, so it's what we're going to do. And we're going to run trams all the way through our main road here. And this will be just a central up and down the main path kind of connection that's available for our citizens to, you know, they need to go from one end of town to the other or somewhere in between. This tram network will be able to handle that. Hopefully. That's the goal. With everything, you know, it's the goal. Might not happen on the first try, but definitely the goal. So now we're going to go through and we're going to add tram stops. And we're going to have 2 routes for the trams. We're going to have one coming one way, one going the other. That way there's always, you know, a tram going each individual way. I don't know if this is the most efficient way to do it, but it's the way I want to do it because I think it looks cool. So it's how we're going to do it. We're going to place that there and there. We'll skip a few blocks. We'll go... why didn't that place? We'll go there and there. I already have. Can you go away? And I know I said I was going to make a track going all the way around twice, but when I was looking at it, I was like, wait a second. If the tram is coming back down, right? There's no way a tram is going to keep going up because of the existing tram that's already trying to come down. So it wouldn't really work. They're not buses. They can't just like go one way, you know? I think it works. So I want to let that go. I want to look at these trams. I want to look at these trams going up and down the street and see if it works. I guess that's the biggest thing. I'm going to go into our routes here. We're going to go into our trams. I'm going to paint these. And I want them like a bluish. What if we do something like that? Now, can we choose the actual vehicle? I feel like there was a way, maybe that's in City Skylines 1 and this game doesn't have it, where you could change like the style of the vehicle that was coming out. You do that at the actual train, at the depot terminal. No, see, these are just regular trams. I don't really see a way to change the model of this. If there's a way, let me know. If not, don't tell me, obviously, but it'd be cool if we could switch the model. Oh, there's 23 vehicles attached to this. Oh no, it's 12 out of 23. So that's just how many in total, maybe? I don't know. No, there is a bunch of vehicles. Holy crap. All right, that's okay. We're going to speed time up. Let our trams get spread out. And hopefully it turns out... For a second, I thought this was a fire. I hate how deep brown this color is. I feel like it's a little bit extreme. I was looking at that last time and it's like very red. It's a very red brown. And I'm glad we stopped this before it got even worse and made the whole thing brown, because I don't even know how to clean that. I hope there's a way to clean it. I wonder if I can just like build up the land around it and then it's gone. Let's see. I actually want to test that while we're here. What if we did that? What if we grab like land here and we just Now, is this the most legit thing you've ever seen on City Skylines? Probably not. But I like it. I probably shouldn't have done this, but you know what? We already did it, and I'm not going to go back. But it gets rid of that poop water that I don't really want there, so it's nice. I'm going to go on to frenzy here of making everything flat, and I probably shouldn't. I'm going to stop. All right, I'm going to stop there. I just like how everything looks when it's flat, you know? It's so much easier to build, too. Like in City Skylines 1, when I first started playing it back in, I don't know, 2016, maybe? No. Could have been more than that. Yeah, has it? 2017, maybe? I don't know. So around there. Started playing it, and I would always want flat land. So what I would do is flatten an entire map before I started building, and then I would go back and build on it on a completely flat map. So I would fill in every square inch of the 9 tiles that I had in City Skylines 1, and it was just... it was complete chaos. But it worked, and I really enjoyed having the flat area, so getting it super flat just kind of puts me at ease, and I like it. We won't do this here, though. We'll try to respect as much of the terrain as we can. Obviously, I kind of just did the opposite of that and just got rid of that water, but I think it's I think it's okay. Are these trams going now? So if I go look, what is this? There are no vehicles available. Consider building more depots to gain access. Oh, these guys are all waiting for the bus stop, huh? So how do I get rid of... Wait. Is it saying this needs more vehicles? So what if I add the extra garage, right? And Tramline 1, do they need more vehicles? Is that what it's saying? So they're demanding 23, maybe 12. I'm not even sure. So now, okay. So now we can have 15 vehicles. So will this? Well, this will obviously put out more vehicles and stuff like that. So is that what that needs? There we go. What the heck happened here? Oh. Fire engine was dispatched. Where is that engine? Can I follow it? Where is it? There it comes. I love these models. I'm glad they went with like a super American model with it. Obviously, if you play on the EU, they're a bit different, but I love looking at it. Yeah, we need to get rid of a lot of these abandoned buildings. We gotta stop overzoning. That's my problem. I keep building too many buildings and they keep going abandoned, and that's my fault. So is there a quick way to get rid of bus stops? That's what I want to know. So we're gonna go through with bus stops now if I just stop distracting myself with other things like every single time. And so we have a bus station here. And what we'll do first is get a main bus station connecting the two bus stations, which I guess it'd be helpful if I place the other bus station, which I'm going to do now. I think we'll place this. We'll place this here. Is there a specific reason for this to be here? No, but I think it works. And if it works, it's kind of what I'm going to do. It's what I care about. As long as it works, we'll do it. So we'll say, we'll obviously start here. And I say we just take the bus station. I don't just want to do a direct route where you're just over there at that other bus station. Well, maybe. Maybe that's the best way to do it. I don't know. I think what we're going to do is we're just going to go every half block between these. We'll put a bus stop here. And, well, what if we don't do that, right? What if instead, I'm gonna let that flow slowly. What if we instead just place it on the opposite end of these? So if those are on that side, we'll put these on this side. Maybe a little bit further back from the intersection than those, just so it doesn't stop traffic as much. So now we have a bus that connects the middle of the city all the way through. Wow, is this traffic jam or what's happening here? Yeah, we're having traffic jam. I think we have too many trams. What's happening here? Can we dismiss you early? Like, can you just go? You gotta go. This one tram isn't going and it's clogging up this entire thing. I'm gonna relog real quick and see if it fixes it, because yeah, we can't have this. Okay, we're back in. I'm gonna speed up time and see if it goes away. There it goes. I knew for sure they shouldn't stop that long. I don't know why that tram was stopping for so long. It backed everything else up. Hopefully that bug gets fixed. Now this tram is sitting here. I don't understand why. There he goes. Took a while. Which is odd. Now we have a bunch of buses coming down this road too. Which could end up being a nightmare, actually. Okay, so we're going to tram line 1. What if we take off a few trams off of this lane here? What if we go from 12 to 10? I can't. 12 to 11, I guess, maybe? I'm just putting the whole city under one district. I feel like there's no reason to put multiple districts. Maybe there's a logistical reason, like an actual reason for it, but I just don't see it. So I'm just not going to do it. And I think that's fine. So we got a bus stop going, and I want to get a taxi stand. Now, these taxi shelters, I'm going to place them strategically just so they kind of make more sense. Like before, I probably shouldn't remove these. Place them at the schools. I think is perfect. And I'm also going to place it at our hospital in the middle of nowhere, because I also think that makes sense. And we'll place it at this like government center place. Like a nice place for it. For now, anyway. We'll probably add more as we keep going. But just for now, there's no reason to have more than that, just because of how limited our whole system is. I mean, our population is only about 12,000 people, so it's not too big to the point where we need like an insane amount of infrastructure and stuff like that. So I'm not going to. But I'm glad we're preparing with this road here. And I think it's going to be awesome to make sure we're prepared for all the heavy traffic that'll be coming in down the road, especially as we keep growing. What happened here? Why did this building collapse? Due to lack of maintenance. What does that mean? I think that just means nobody's living there. We have a lot of empty homes. I mean, not really. Maybe for a bit we did. But I don't see it now, so I'm not going to worry about it. Yet. I know it'll probably become an issue later. I'm still looking at this, and it's just... seeing oil just being produced here is just hilarious to me, just because it's... probably shouldn't belong in a residential area. Pollution's probably just insane right now. So do these not have animations? Maybe if I slow down time? No, it just doesn't have animations. I can't wait for winter to be over. It's been winter for like 4 episodes now. That's kind of on me. I keep that's still 2%. It's just not a popular route. And I think it's okay. I'm still going to keep it even though it's not popular. Just to have the availability if people want it. But obviously they don't have to. We're also going to add the upgrades here for the taxi station. Taxi stop. Bam. That way any extra taxis that want to come in this area can just hang out there. How many taxis are we actually utilizing? City Skylines 1, I never liked it because you could have like 80 of the taxi depots. And they were all always being used. I see they're already all being used. And like if we add another, so we can just add a bunch of garages and have even more cars. That's cool. So eventually we'll probably just have this whole thing just full of just more garage space, I guess. And see, nobody's building because there's no demand for these apartment buildings. And I overzoned and I overbuilt like I usually do. And now we have a bunch of abandoned buildings. But I think it's okay. Yeah, where do you have all of these dispatch? Okay, these are everybody's busy. Holy crap. Picked somebody up. Where are we going? Meaty bits. Oh, I needed a taxi for that. Now we're going to the next person. Here we go. Yeah, they're just busy, busy, busy. So do we already have people utilizing the taxi stands over here? Yeah, we do. We have people waiting for taxis. That's really cool. Household wealth. So they're a wealthy family. Where do you guys live? Okay, I guess that's where wealthy people live, in high density apartments. Hey, you know what? I'm not one to judge. I'm just an observation, right? Population's still going up, which is awesome. Slowing down. We don't really have many more homes that we have, so I guess it kind of makes sense for it all to slow down. Eventually, we'll redo a lot of this just because of how I think it looks. Like, look at all these grids. If you look at these grids compared to how nice these are, you can tell I was still learning how to use a lot of the tools. Like, look how bad this looks. We'll definitely redo a lot of it, and we'll make sure it looks a little bit nicer. But I'll have to wait for another time. So that's all the time I have for now. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Please leave a like, subscribe if you enjoyed. We'll see you in the next one, and let me know what you think about this episode and what else you want to see. So have a good day. Bye-bye.